Y'all, it is easing up in the astrology. So really quickly, want to give you a couple things about this weekend, May 2nd to May 4th. One, we are past the tough T-square. So that was actually a grand cross, right? With some dark goddesses in the mix that not a lot of astrologers necessarily talk about, Hecate and Black Moon Lilith, but they were jamming hard over the last couple of weeks along with Mars and Pluto. So we can let that go. So now it's a time of letting that go. Venus moved into Aries. That was a big shift. The feminine got fiery, will be fiery for a bit. It's a bit more intense because she is in her back end shadow of her retrograde. So she's still in the degrees that she's was in before her 40-day, 40-night journey backwards. She will be there until about the middle of May. But she's in Aries, and today, Friday, she is conjunct Neptune. So this energy will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm actually not even sure exactly when it peaks, but it's loud all weekend. Now, what does Venus and Neptune mean? What can we lean into for that? These are great days to go on dates. These are great days. It is a good weekend for dreamy, romantic. Neptune's dreamy. Neptune's imagination. Neptune's creativity. Neptune is, hi little bear. Neptune is higher heart. Venus would be personal heart. Venus is a personal planet. Neptune is an outer, more impersonal planet. So you can almost feel mystical love. Venus is sensuality. You could almost feel sacred sensuality. And you could take that a couple steps deeper too if you're wanting to explore tantric type things this weekend, or more of the spiritual side of that type of connection or that type of energy. Really beautiful this weekend for that. The other thing is there's a little bit going on with the North Node. So North Node's the node of fate. Remember, we had Saturn on the North Node. Venus went over the North Node. But now we've got Ceres. That's the mother energy is on the North Node. There's also a couple of other aspects to Ceres conjunct the North Node. So it's still a bit of a destined time. There's a bit of karmic stuff going on. This to me, though, is almost like opening up future visions, right? Neptune's opening up Venus relationship, future visions of relationship, but also the North Node, it's where you're headed in this life. So North Node is possibilities, potentials. It's like your dharma, what it is that your soul is aiming toward. So that's lit up this weekend, right? That feels pretty good. Now, the little bit of not necessarily tricky. We're not going to feel this so much. It's going on in the deeper realms, and it's going on for a longer term, and that's Pluto stationing retrograde. He's been not even moving, right? For a couple days now, and for a few days after this weekend, he is just holding steady. But when he's holding steady like that, he's a bit stronger. So what the heck does that mean? If Pluto is a bit stronger, Pluto is your unconscious realms. Pluto is power. Pluto, let me just feel for a second. Pluto is still right now square some of the dark goddess energy, that Hecate energy, that Black Moon Lilith energy. So that's adding the dark feminine, mixing, you could say, with the dark masculine. And not dark bad, but dark hidden. So Pluto wants to help us evolve. Pluto's about death and rebirth. Pluto's about deep in inner transformation that doesn't happen in a day, where Uranus is real quick, real rapid change. Pluto is I am going to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and we are going to shift some of your deepest, most hidden, unconscious patterns. And so that energy is just stronger. It's stronger. Shadow work is awesome. This whole month of May, I'll give you a little flavor for May. We'll spend the second half of this conversation with a little flavor for May, just so you can kind of feel into what's coming. Eris and Chiron will meet toward the end of May, but the whole month they're going to start to get a little bit louder and louder and louder. They're going to retrograde together. They'll conjunct 3 times. So we're about to head into this cycle of chaos to create healing. Isn't that interesting? So Pluto's got this deep transformation. Tucker's got something like, oh, you got a pricker on you. Come here, let me get you. Let me help you. Let me save you. Oh, I saved you. I saved you. It's the best when I can save him. It was just like a little pokey pricker thing. Anyway, sorry. So we've got Eris conjunct Chiron. Eris creates chaos for truth. She creates chaos for, let me just feel, discord and chaos, like wants to disrupt the life. It's like, has to shake it up so that we can heal. That's Chiron. So that we can heal or come into deeper level of acceptance or find the wisdom beneath the wounds, right? Chiron is not surface level wounds. They're like lifelong patterns that we're going to carry, kind of. It's like that sort of territory. Looking up where your Chiron is at is really powerful for this month and going forward. Looking at where your Chiron is at. So it's what sign is your Chiron in and what house is your Chiron in. It'll point to what are your chironic wounds. So if you haven't done that ever, it's really worthwhile researching. I put together a free masterclass on how to run a free birth chart and how to find where that Chiron is in your chart. If you don't have a birth chart, don't know how to do that, super simple, walk you through it. Again, totally free. Type Astro below. And we'll shoot you a DM to that. Or you can look for links of just free like birth chart masterclass. It'll be called something like that. So that's one thing. The other thing that I really want to point out, I'm feeling this probably the strongest for me personally, is Saturn at these final karmic degrees of Pisces. So Saturn right now is like 27, 28 degrees of Pisces. 29 degrees is the anaretic degree. It's the last degree of the zodiac. That is like an extraordinarily karmic point. This is that huge 0 point energy that we've been talking about in 2025. The Venus retrograde, the Mercury retrograde we just had went over them. Neptune just moved over that. Saturn will move over that this month. That's going to happen. But right now, this weekend, he's very much in these final degrees. And so it's like him really going, I want to give you like some of these final anaretic karmic degrees, right? I want to really give you the life lessons, but it's not as intense, right? So I feel like the last couple of weeks have been pretty intense. That was a lot of the Mars square Pluto. We're past that. So we're past that, like, but it's a different kind of transformation that's going on, like a deeper transformation that's happening with Pluto, not as reactive with like Mars and not as like personal, like right here in our faces of, you know, like tariffs and suddenly our bank accounts are crashing and, you know, or whatever else was going on for you personally over the last little while. It's not going to be like that. It's a different kind of transformation that's going on. And if there's something I can point to around this kind of karmic lessons, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on the North Node that's also very karmic dharmic. It wants to open up where you're headed to, really wants to open up opportunities and potentials for the path forward. But Pluto's wanting us to do a bit of shadow work. You know, Pluto's asking us to do a bit of shadow work. Eris and Chiron are asking us to do a bit of healing, a bit of shake it up, Eris, a little bit of chaos to be able to change things for the greater. And Saturn is wanting us to get the lessons that we haven't quite gotten yet. You know, Saturn's like the mountain goat. It's literally like one foot in front of the other up the hill. But the beautiful thing about Saturn is it's about self-mastery. And it's also the masculine evolves. This is masculine. Saturn's masculine. Pluto's masculine. Mars, masculine. Those are all masculine energy. Evolves and grows through challenge, right? Our own inner masculine evolves and grows through challenge. And so maybe something to feel into is like reflecting on what are the challenges and how can I let these challenges support my self-mastery? How can I let these challenges move me further down my north node, further down my destiny line? Pretty stinking good. We did a ton of masculine evolutionary work and how the masculine supports and dances with the feminine, and also a little bit around hidden feminine patterns that deny the masculine in membership this month. This circle just happened on the 1st. If you're interested in getting in on that workshop, it is available. The replay is there. There's also 6 or more hours of rewilding that are in membership. Would love to share that with you. You can join for a month. You can join forever. Totally your call. If you type bones, we can send you that. It's a group that's dedicated to living close to the bone. It means living close to like your razor's edge of truth, like that bone alignment, that living close to the bone. It's beautiful space. And that's one of the best workshops I've ever facilitated. And I want to give credit to my father for that one. I will give credit wholeheartedly to my father for the inspiration of that workshop. That was straight up, I don't know what that was. It was next level stuff. And I know if you were there, maybe drop me a comment and say what you thought of it. But if you weren't there, you're super welcome to join us. All right. Massive love to you. Have an absolutely amazing weekend and an amazing week. And I'll see you when I see you, where I see you, and how I see you. Huge love.